Let's see here. Today I will do what others won't so that tomorrow I can do what others can't. I like it. It's one of those motivational pictures you see going through Instagram and Facebook or whatever have you. Let's talk about doing the hard thing and quotes like this. So I see these kind of things floating around the internet all the time. Everybody's trying to motivate everybody else. Everybody's wanted to be motivating or inspiring to someone else. But what does that do for you? Maybe it does uplift you to help others, and that's great because that's what we're supposed to be doing as just great productive citizens. But I see this kind of stuff, but I don't see a lot of action behind it. And I can be my own worst critic sometimes, but I see a lot of this stuff and I just don't see things or actions matching up to the quotes. There's a lot of people out there that post those things and it kind of irritates me because I see it so much, but sometimes I actually know the people that post it and I know that they're just sitting there posting pictures. So it irritates the snot out of me, man, and they're not taking any action. So here's the thing. To do what others won't so you can do tomorrow what others can't, it actually takes getting up and doing the won'ts, okay? So let me tell y'all about one of the most amazing, most powerful, most motivational speeches I've ever given. It was to myself 2 weeks ago, okay? I had to get up. I had a long weekend of driving and all kinds of other stuff. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but let's just speed this story up and say on Monday afternoon, I had to do the hard thing. It was something I did not want to do. Now, all it took from me was time and effort. It was not a physically daunting task. It was just so I can go get an education in something, okay? I traveled and I basically spent an entire day traveling just to get a little piece of information, okay? So I can be more powerful later on. Now, how does this play into what I'm talking about? I did what others won't. There was nobody that would jump in that car with me and do what I did. I know because I asked a few people if they would go with me to do what I did. Nobody wanted to go. Nobody wanted to make time. Nobody wanted to take time off work, which, hey, it's understandable. If you don't have the time to take off work, don't take off work. But then, there's some people that just had other things to do. I don't know whether it's playing video games, watching TV or whatever, but they were not willing to do the won't, whereas I was. And you don't understand how much it took me to get inside my own head to say, hey man, if you want to have the life that others can't later on, you got to do what others want today. And I guarantee you there's a lot of people that won't today. And in my head, that's what I'm telling myself. And I went on to this motivational thing, man. I was playing Rocky music and everything in my head, man. I was getting myself psyched up just to spend my entire day going on a quest for some information, man. And I'll tell you what, I went on that quest, and out of 5 hours, it was pretty much 5 hours of driving one way. 5 hours of driving, I got to spend some good time with myself in the car, had the windows down, and then once I rolled the windows up, I wasn't listening to music anymore. I was listening to some books. I love The Alchemist. I love that story, or that book, I should say. There's a collection of stories in the book, if you will, but that's one of my favorites. So I got to listen to that, and I got to listen to some other great stuff from speakers that I just love to hear from, and I got to get inside my own head and talk to myself a little bit. And just get in tune with myself, man, over the trip to and from. I got the information I was looking for. Oh my God. And it was so worth it. I lost all kinds of rest and sleep because I was on the road, because I just needed that little piece of information that I was on that quest for. But when I got home, people asked me, well, how was it? And my only answer was, it was worth it. It was so worth it. And to this day, this was 2 weeks ago, man, I still think about it because I always have to tell myself, hey, you got to put in those reps, man. That's what I just say all the time in my head and to other people. You got to put in those reps. And what that means is it's not just working out in the gym. You put in reps every day, like through your entire life. You got to put in reps. Put in that work day to day, because it takes multiple reps to build muscles, right? And a lot of other conditioning and nutrition and stuff too. But it's all about them reps, man. So if you put in that work, at some point, everything is going to come to fruition. It might be 2 days, it might be 2 weeks, it might be 2 months, it might be 2 years, but you keep putting in them reps. You keep doing the stuff that nobody else is willing to do right now. That means shutting down the TV, man. That means putting down the phone, or if the phone is up, make sure you're focused on what you're supposed to be doing versus scrolling on Instagram or Facebook and spreading pictures around. Instead of spreading the picture around, be the picture. Be the picture that people are looking at saying, dang, that guy or that girl is doing the stuff that I want right now. And then later on, they'll be scrolling again, looking at it like, dang, now they doing stuff that I can't. But look, this is just my daily thoughts. I just decided to share it with y'all. Don't forget to give yourself the most motivating speech you've ever heard every morning before you get out of bed. And then go out there and be awesome. And don't forget to put in them reps.